The Great King Xerxes stood amidst the smoke of a burning Athens, holding the fate of human intelligence in his hands. He had to choose: burn the scrolls to ash or claim them as trophies. One random act of mercy prevented a dark age that would have lasted for millennia. In 480 BC, the Persian king Xerxes invaded Greece with an army so enormous that ancient writers claimed it darkened the land. City after city surrendered. Athens was burned to the ground. The Greek world stood on the edge of destruction. Yet one small city escaped immediate annihilation. That city was home to a man named Socrates. His student would become Plato. Plato's student would become Aristotle. And Aristotle would later teach Alexander the Great. Without them, Western philosophy, and perhaps modern science, democracy, and education might never have developed as we know them. This is the extraordinary story of how one strategic choice by King Xerxes may have changed the course of human history forever.
By the early 5th century BC, the Persian Empire was the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from Egypt to India, from Central Asia to the Mediterranean. Nearly half the world's population lived under Persian rule. Its ruler was Xerxes I. He inherited an empire created by Cyrus the Great and expanded by Darius I. His wealth was unimaginable. His armies were multinational. Persians, Medes, Egyptians, Babylonians, Phoenicians, even Indians marched beneath his banner. But Xerxes had unfinished business. 10 years earlier, his father, Darius, had failed to conquer Greece after the shocking Persian defeat at Marathon. That humiliation could not be ignored. Xerxes prepared the largest military expedition the ancient world had ever witnessed. Ancient historian Herodotus claimed millions marched with him. Modern historians estimate perhaps 150,000 to 250,000 soldiers, a force still enormous by ancient standards. The invasion was designed to crush Greece forever.
Greece wasn't a united nation. It was a collection of fiercely independent city-states. Athens, Sparta, Corinth, Thebes. Each had its own government, ambitions, and rivalries. Many hated each other more than they feared Persia. Some even welcomed Xerxes. Others surrendered without a fight. Only a fragile alliance resisted. When Persian forces reached Thermopylae, King Leonidas and his famous 300 Spartans made their legendary last stand. They delayed the Persian advance, but they could not stop it. The road to Athens lay open. Citizens fled by sea. Xerxes entered the empty city. He ordered Athens burned. Temples collapsed into flames. Homes became ashes. For many observers, Greek civilization appeared finished.
At this point, Xerxes had choices. He could continue hunting every surviving Greek city. He could destroy every center of resistance. He could eliminate every future threat. Instead, his immediate priority shifted. He concentrated on defeating the remaining Greek fleet and securing control over southern Greece. That decision gave other regions, including areas north of Athens, time to recover and reorganize. One of those places was Alapisi, a deme near Athens. Around 10 years later, a boy named Socrates was born there. If Persian policy had focused on permanently depopulating Attica, or systematically erasing every community connected to Athens, history could have unfolded very differently.
Instead, Athens eventually rebuilt. Its schools reopened. Its public debates returned. Its intellectual life flourished. And from those streets emerged one of history's greatest philosophers. Not because Xerxes intended it, but because his strategic priorities lay elsewhere. Sometimes history changes, not because rulers foresee the future, but because they don't.
Socrates transformed philosophy. Rather than lecturing, he asked questions, relentlessly. What is justice? What is courage? What makes a good life? His conversations inspired generations. Among them, a young man named Plato. After Socrates was executed in 399 BC, Plato founded the Academy. It became one of history's first enduring centers of higher learning. There, another brilliant student arrived, Aristotle. Unlike his teacher, Aristotle studied almost everything: biology, politics, ethics, logic, physics, poetry. He built systems for organizing knowledge that influenced scholars for more than 2,000 years. Then, another student appeared, Alexander of Macedon. History remembers him as Alexander the Great. His conquests spread Greek culture across Egypt, Persia, and into India. Wherever Alexander's armies marched, Greek language, Greek ideas, Greek education followed. The intellectual tradition born in Athens spread across continents.
Imagine another timeline. Athens never rebuilds. Its citizens scatter forever. No Socrates walks the marketplace. No academy is founded. No Aristotle teaches. No Alexander learns from him. Would philosophy still exist? Of course. India had profound philosophical traditions. China had Confucius and Lao Tzu. Persia had its own intellectual heritage. Human thought would continue. But the specific tradition that shaped later European universities, political theory, formal logic, and much of the scientific method would have looked very different. Roman thinkers admired Greek philosophy. Islamic scholars preserved and expanded Aristotle's works. During the Renaissance, Europe rediscovered many of those texts through Arabic and Greek sources. Those ideas influenced scientists like Galileo and Newton, political thinkers such as Locke, and countless later philosophers. The chain is astonishingly long and remarkably fragile.
History loves irony. Xerxes sought to dominate Greece. Instead, his campaign became part of the story that allowed Greek intellectual culture to survive and later flourish. There is no evidence that Xerxes intended to preserve philosophy, nor can we say with certainty that Western philosophy would have vanished had events unfolded differently. History is rarely that simple. But strategic decisions often create unintended consequences that echo across centuries. A king makes a military choice. A city rebuilds. A philosopher is born. A student teaches another student. Ideas cross continents. And civilization changes. Sometimes history isn't shaped by destiny. Sometimes it turns on choices that seemed ordinary at the time. King Xerxes never intended to save Greek philosophy. Yet the survival and recovery of Athens after the Persian invasion helped create the conditions in which Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle transformed human thought. One campaign, one decision, one unexpected consequence. Thousands of years of intellectual history. The greatest changes in history often begin with choices whose importance no one recognizes until centuries later. If you enjoyed this journey into history's greatest turning points, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which single historical decision do you think changed the world the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.